Hi there, beautiful souls. My name is Fatih. Welcome back to my channel. In here, we speak about spirituality, esotericism, and self-transformation. If you want to miss nothing about these topics, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and also you feel free to share, comment, like, so that more people can hear about this. So today I'm going to do a video that was really highly requested from people that I know, and that's dream interpretations. How can we better understand our dreams? In order to do that, we're going to look at three main questions today. What are dreams? Why is it so bloody hard to understand them? And three, tips, practical tips that you can start using today in order to better understand them and interpret them. Before we get started, I want you to realize that you spend one third of your life sleeping. That means that if you die at the age of 60, you spend 20 years in a bed sleeping and having dreams. And it is unfortunate how people just don't give any credit or any attention to that time and messages that they get through dreaming, while in reality they're really, really important. Dreams, if we want to explain them, we would have to look at the two major theories in a way that I personally believe are both equally important. The first one is that dreams are a gateway to the divine. This is our connection to source. They are messages from God, consciousness, whatever you want to call it. And then there is the other way of looking at it, which is dreams are a door that can allow you to enter your unconscious mind. Because when you are awake, you have resistance. You have things that you're trying to block from your awareness, things that you don't want to see, things that you don't want to deal with at the moment. They get stored in your unconscious. And your unconscious at night plays those things to you without any form of resistance. They're free. If you're scared of something, it's going to give you nightmares. If there's things that you want to go for, you know, it's going to give you beautiful dreams about certain things. This is really a beautiful, elaborate way to look at your unconscious and learn more about who you are. There's many types of dreams. Some of them are prophetic. Some of them are just related to your past traumas. This is usually happening during the non-REM phase, what we call non-REM sleep. It is usually related to what happened to you in the past, what you need to heal from, things that still hinder your progress as a human being. And there's also dreams about the future, things that you want in your life, things that you're going towards. And that usually happens during the REM phase of sleep. The reason behind that is actually quite simple. That's because they don't speak your language. You don't speak the language of your dreams. Dreams speak their own language. The language of symbols, symbology, what we call symbology, of associations, of correspondences. If you watch some of my previous video, you already know that one thing for a spiritual person or any person that has logic and just a little bit of intuition actually, one thing rarely means just one thing. If you're interested in psychology as an example, you know that some people do things because they remind them of their parents, or some people go for bad boys because they have daddy issues or whatever. So one thing is rarely just the surface level of it. So let's say your dream wants to tell you that you need more warmth in your life, that you're actually going distant and cold from other people. It may show you that by using the metaphor of a fire. It uses a lot of metaphors. It may show you beautiful fire, you gathering around with people and actually burning some things. That's how your dream world is trying to send you that message. Instead of telling you, you feel good by taking action, it's going to show you that in images. It's going to choose something that you associate with that and give it to you as a movie. Also true for any type of scenario where you have certain people that come out. Those people do not mean the person. They mean what you projected onto those people. It means what these people represent in your life. Okay, so now let's speak about the 5 things that you can do in order to better understand your dreams. The first one, I'm not gonna go around the bush. You're gonna have to write those dreams down, baby. You're gonna have to write them down. Take a notebook. I have a new notebook that I'm gonna start using for my dreams because my old one is just full. But yeah, write down your dreams. Write them down. Take a piece of paper and write your dreams as you wake up. You can do that on your phone if you don't have a notebook, or if you're weird and don't like to write. I don't know, whatever suits your needs. Take time to write those dreams. 2 minutes, 3 minutes in your day, each morning when you wake up. Why in the morning? Because that's when they're going to be fresh in your mind. I'm sure you all had the same experience. You wake up, you have a dream, you remember it, then you go around, do some things, talk to people, and then you cannot remember a single detail of that dream. That's because your conscious mind is not designed for this. Your conscious mind wants to ignore it because that's the unconscious mind. Therefore, as much as possible, make it a habit to write it down before it goes back to where it came from, which is the unconscious mind. Write it down. And the reason why it is so important to write it down is because you're training your mind to remember, to take action. When you actually remember one dream, let's suppose you remember one dream a week, okay? You write down everything you remember, even if you don't remember much. I just remember feeling this way. If you do it regularly every day, you're going to be able to remember really a lot more. Okay, so number 2 tip for you in order to better interpret your dreams is, once you have written down all of those dreams in a journal, take a time to interpret them and see the patterns in those dreams. Because the first thing that you're going to start realizing is that you make a type of dreams a lot more than others, especially during certain phases of your life. That's the beauty of having a journal where you keep track of that. It's like a food journal, or I don't know, a diary in a way. You keep track of when you have certain dreams. Let's say you just moved to a new city. You're gonna have a lot more dreams about the fear of I don't know, of something, of being chased or falling or having your teeth fall out. All of these things may be related to your situation, your context. If not, you're going to be able to find some inside patterns within your dreams. Let's suppose you dream a lot about people giving you things, or you dream a lot about losing your car keys, or stuff like that. When things happen on a regular basis, it means that they're important. A dream, if it wants to give you a message and you don't get it, the universe, once it wants to give you a message, it's going to do everything it can until you get that message.
No blasted letters today! No, sir! Not one single bloody letter! Not one! No, sir! Not one blasted miserable...
The third tip that I want to give you is asking yourself the right questions. The first question that you need to ask yourself is what, where, who, where. The basic 5 W's. Give a context to your dreams. Let's suppose you dream that you're in a parking lot with a friend. It's a sunny day and you are speaking to your friend. This is the context, okay, of your dream. There's always a context and a subcontext, but write that down. You can even draw something, if you see, I don't know, a temple or a big house or a tree that looks really weird. Anything that has caught your eyes during your dreams is something worth mentioning and remembering because it has a meaning. So write all of those elements down, highlight some of the parts that can be important. Like as an example, if you dream of receiving 2 cups of water, the number 2 and the cups are important. If you dream of a person that you know or a person that you don't know, that's important. If you remember what someone was wearing, a color, or if you smell something, hear something, feel something. The second question that you can ask yourself within this third tip is, how do I feel? Now that you have your context out of the way, what do you feel? Because let me just tell you, as an example, I sometimes make the most weird and deranged and fucked up dreams, but I don't get scared in them. Like, I rarely do nightmares, but I do other types of dreams where I feel emotions. I feel like I would be in a normal setting, but then something would happen that would trigger anxiety, a little bit of suspicion or guilt, emotions like that that are kind of deranged but in a smooth way. The fourth tip I want to give you today is to trust your intuition. Yes, let's pick something. Fire, it means drive, it means action, it means power, it means inner power, all of those things. And that's something that's kind of universal. It means warmth, you know, everyone from somebody in India to somebody in Zimbabwe, they all know that fire is kind of good. You know, fire can give them food, they can get warm in the winter, and so on and so forth. But it can also destroy, because sometimes there are fires, and you know, that's not cool. That's not cool to have your trees or farm or house burned to the ground. So fire has those two energies that are kind of known by everybody on a subconscious level. That's the unconscious collective, the collective unconsciousness. If you believe in those theories, either you believe it or not, I don't care. If you're in this channel, you believe it. So moving on. If you dream of something, let's say you dream of fire, don't just look what does dreaming of fire mean on Google. That's not the way to do it. Of course, if you know what fire means, to most people, you're gonna go way quicker in your journey of interpreting your dreams. But also look at what fire means to you, because let's suppose you're a firefighter. Fire does not mean the same thing that it means to somebody else who had his mother burned alive when she was 3 years old. You know what I'm saying? People have relationships to certain things. An apple, a computer, a house, those things have different meanings to, you know, depending on who is the dreamer. And finally, I want to give you the final tip, which is to remember that everything you dream, everything you look at in a dream, may it be the clown, the banana, the tree, the road, yourself, the dinosaur, the unicorn, whatever you see in your dream, those are all parts of you, talking to you in a language that you may or may not understand. And the beauty of dreams is that once you start writing your dreams down, once you start sharpening your intuition, once you start focusing your conscious mind on your unconscious mind, magic happens. Because your unconscious feels really, really grateful when you are actively trying to heal yourself. Because your unconscious, what do you think we do when we sleep? Our unconscious is trying to help us. It's giving you scenarios and preparing you for certain type of scenarios. It's trying to give you a preparation for what's to come and healing from what happened already in the past. So really do not miss out on the opportunity of knowing more about yourself by paying a close attention to your dreams, because that will just make you go so deep within your own psyche, within your own inner worlds, and your dreams are going to start getting more vivid. You may even start doing lucid dreams, what we call lucid dreaming. I will do a video on that really soon, because that's really one of the most amazing and profound experiences you can do when you are asleep. So yeah, there's really a lot of beautiful things that can happen besides just knowing yourself and knowing what the fuck your unconscious is trying to tell you. This is all for today. I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here, for watching this video, and I will remind you gently to actually hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. I post videos really usually, so don't miss on everything that I like to share and discuss. If you have any suggestions or comments, leave those down below, and I will be seeing you next time. Bye bye.